All right, here with sophomore goalkeeper Katherine Sears following the Hawks' 3-2 overtime win against fourth-ranked LIU Post. Obviously a huge win. Talk about for you individually, obviously coming off a game against Merrimack that you probably would have liked to have seen yourself do better. Talk about what allowed you to bounce back today.
I think the big thing was we scored first and we came out with a lot of intensity, and right after that first clear I made in the circle against LIU, it definitely set the tone for the game. So we had a lot of defensive saves from Rugen and McDodge and Elizabeth Alley and Erin Collins. It was definitely a team effort on defense, so that was good.
Obviously, no secret. They had won 23-24. One of the better teams in the country.
Yeah.
You had 19, a career high 19 saves last year against them. I mean, did you kind of know, kind of knew what to expect coming in here?
I know that they're a very skillful team. We were a good match with them, but this year they definitely came in with intensity like us, but I feel like we wanted it more coming into the game than they did, and it showed with the results. So.
And then lastly, talk about overtime a little bit. Actually, really, the second half and overtime, it seemed like once you guys got those 2 goals, they kind of took control. And on overtime, obviously, you had to make a couple big saves. I think Taylor Coons helped you out on one as well.
Yep, and especially in overtime.
Yeah, so talk about that overtime, kind of sticking through that and allowing you guys to come out with the goal.
I was definitely nervous, not going to lie, especially with those 2 corners, and you only have 3 defenders. But we definitely pulled out, and big thing on defense was Erin Collins and her patience bringing it up the field. So that was key in overtime, and a lot of subbing. So we had a lot of energy transitioning on the field, so that was good.
All right, here with Canada Stewart, game winner today in overtime. You kind of just walk us through that, final 10 seconds or so of overtime.
I don't really remember it that clearly. It's so overwhelming, but I know that Emma had the ball and she took it up the field, just dangled in and out of people, and then she passed it and I saw the ball right in front of me, so I just tried to get the ball into the net.
Talk about how big of a team win this is for you guys, obviously coming off a 4-2 loss against 5th-ranked Merrimack, where I'm sure you guys had hoped to come out and play better there, but obviously 4th-ranked team here today. Just talk about how big this is.
It's huge. I mean, I know a lot of us came and said that this is possible, and it's such a great feeling knowing that we actually did it. It was a sad time when they scored in the last few minutes, because we thought we had it, but you can't be in that mindset when there's 6 minutes left, because so much can happen. And then when it came to 7v7, we just wanted to win it, and it's the best feeling ever.
A couple days off for you now, kind of talk about where you go from here. Obviously, I would assume this gives you guys a little bit of confidence going forward.
It does, but you can't get too cocky or too ahead of yourself. You always have to step back and know that you still have to keep working as a team, work hard at practice, and just take it one game at a time.
All right, here with head coach Carolyn King. I don't really know where to begin, but I mean, 4th-ranked team in the country, lost in the national championship game last year. They've won 23 of the last 24 games, haven't lost a regular season game in over a year. How big is that for the program?
It's huge. I mean, they're a great team. One thing I told our team was what happened with them last year doesn't matter to us. We knew they weren't going to be the same team, but we knew they were going to be good. So the big thing was not to be intimidated and to believe that we could win and that we were skilled enough to compete. And they believed it from the start. We scored first, which was huge for us. We talk about that all the time, scoring first, giving ourselves confidence, and battled right to the end. We knew they weren't going to go away, and we finished it when we had to.
How happy are you with the perseverance? I mean, obviously, once you guys scored the 2, they seemed to kind of turn it on a little bit and really controlled the second half, and even, really most of overtime. But, a couple big saves for Kate in overtime and defensive save for Taylor. It seemed like just kind of kept you guys in it long enough that, you came through with the goal in the end.
Yeah, Kate had a huge game for us. We can always count on her back there. I think for us, we are doing a really nice job of handling the surge. We call it the surge when other teams come back. I'd like to see us, sort of engage and surge back, and that's what we're going to work on moving forward. But we're handling it well. We stayed right with it. We never doubted our ability to finish the game. So it's huge moving forward. I think now we actually believe we can beat anyone, and that's the most important thing.
More on perseverance, I think. How big, coming off a game against 5th-ranked Merrimack that you'd probably, I would say, want back, maybe, to come in and obviously believe, like you said from the start, and jump them with 2 goals out of the chute.
I mean, that's what I said. Merrimack, we gave up a pretty soft goal in the beginning, soft on our entire team's part, midfield, defense, goalkeeping, and it took the wind out of us right away. We ended up coming back 3-2, and that was good, but today it was essential for us to score the first goal, and we did, and I think that set the tone for us. They hadn't been scored on yet this season, so we were the first team to score on them, and that just really boosted our confidence, and we just kept it rolling.